Hello YouTube, we are back with some more commentary. TJ, my brother in crime, the pinhead, my highwayman is back with me to provide support, moral support.
You said my name and I instantly burped. Thank you. I needed that. Please continue.
But as we said in our previous videos, this does wrap up BT-14 for us. We've got an exciting couple weeks I guess ahead of us with EX5. We've got Nationals, which we will be uploading some content for since Jarrell and I will be there. We also have, as a reminder, our Q&A for our 1K goal. We did announce it during our 1K video, which I'll reference in the description down below. But essentially, we're doing a Q&A for you all as a community who can ask us questions. The sort of like response poll or whatever you want to call it is in our Discord under a thread. So if you want your questions, please do feel free to join the Discord. If you don't have a Discord, you know, then you can feel free to comment saying that you don't have one and we'll throw your question in the pool, but we'll be pulling those questions off of our Discord. So feel free to check those out in the link tree down below in the video description. That's where a lot of the communication regarding the Q&A, our 1K case tournament or box tournament in March that'll be happening. That'll also be sort of further communicated through there. So please feel to join us and interact with us there. Our other socials, including our Instagram, our Twitter, our TCG Player affiliate, and our YouTube membership are also in that link tree. So check it out. Let us know what you think. In this video, we will have Red Hybrid played by myself going against the fan favorite, the cult hero, Jose himself, playing his beloved Armour deck.
Keeping the dream alive.
Keeping the dream alive and definitely showing me some gas. Let's just put it that way here. So should be a fun one and definitely will be showcasing his Armour deck and skill in piloting it. So for those who are always cheering Jose on, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. It was a good one. It was definitely a good one. And it's always fun just playing against Jose. He's a great player, great guy. We love having him in the shop. I'm glad he's been coming more consistently too. Like, I think we found a really good player in our community. So yeah. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you for always being with us. But without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
I played Imperial this night. Just a like side comment. Just, you know, say like, you know, I was trying to rep the VMon brand as well. Only difference is I got my shit pushed. Yeah.
Don't worry.
I got fucked up. Dude, I didn't do nothing.
Oh, man. I go out and play a Searcher Flamemon to pick up a Takuya and a Burning Gray, and then I play out the Takuya. Not a bad start, I would feel.
We saw a pretty good turn one from Jose as well.
Fire Drake.
Yeah, was able to jamming V, get some early chip in. Has a Davis Ken there ready, so he can just go armor form and instantly restand if he wanted to, but no armor.
There is an armor.
Oh, there is an armor. But he opts to get the bit of wide board going. Okay.
So here I have 2 memories, so I use the Takuya to go into Burning Gray to pop the jamming V. And here I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to give too much memory. I'm like, well, we're giving him memory now.
Yeah.
Decide to swing again with the Flamemon. He lets both through. And I decide to try to swing again just for the shits and giggles and get a... Basically, I'm like, look, I don't have much I can do with that. I know it's probably either going to get suspended or just like sit there and do nothing. I might as well just set up my trash with another hybrid in hopes I can get my Emperor play going. Because I do have an Emperor in my hand. I'm like, might as well just start prepping for that. He swings over the stack, which allows me to play a...
Well...
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
That's so fast.
So when I saw that, I'm like, well, shit. I can't do anything anymore.
I guess all your early hybrid aggression, you have to go to, at least into Altamont anytime you want to do chip now.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, he's got infinite redirect. I need to be able to build DP, so I might as well just set up here. So I Digivolve in the back with a Naguni. He's going to go to 3. There's no way for me to choke him anymore. He's guaranteed at least 3 memory now. And now with the Lydra, he's looking at scarier amounts of memory.
I am a little bit bummed that we didn't see new Lydra or Flamedramon cards.
Yeah.
With 16, because I like VMon armors being like kind of having everything to it, but at the same time, it is also pretty like hype to have like a dedicated like Magnamon deck.
Yeah,
for VMon
for sure. And here I'm like, I don't really know what to do because I have 2 memory, but the Aguni is not going to do anything. I can't Digivolve into Aldemon just because it'll pass turn. So I decided to play the memory setter Takuya just to kind of get something set up next turn potentially. He will go to 4 because of the Davis at Ken's now. And I think he's sitting in a pretty good spot, yeah. He swings with the Magna, then decides to swing with the Magna X and hits another Takuya, which I'm like, okay, sure. But I mean, I've got a tall hill to climb because now he does this, and I'm just like, why you got it? But it's not another Magna X. It's just another Magna as another blocker. So I'm like, okay. What does help me in a sense is that this guy doesn't have armor purge like the other Magna, so like he can just be straight up deleted and it's fine.
Yeah.
But then I see that in the back. I'm like, okay, well now he's going to a guaranteed +4 memory next turn. So I'm like, well, that's not great.
Yeah. So you have to do.
I have to do something here.
You have a Gravity Crush.
I do.
You can swing early. I mean, you can. I guess it's. I mean, yeah, it's infinite redirect, so he doesn't have to worry about wasting anything. He can redirect anything he wants. So you have to just try and.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, let's see if I can build the stack because I want to keep that extra body on board in case I'm able to do something to maybe go for game. But I'm like really reaching here. So I go ahead and go into the the Emperor here, which I choose to pop the stack that doesn't have Purge, thinking that maybe I could just swing over the big guy. And I was talking to Jose about this earlier. He was like, you might as well just like swing, like have swung into security and force him to make the decision of whether or not to redirect. I was kind of fixated on just trying to get rid of the body as best I could.
I think it's hard. I think that honestly, I think it's the right call to swing at the body there because of where you're at security wise. Like if you leave it there, you just lose the game anyways.
Right, exactly.
And you're aware that like you're struggling to close game this turn.
So here I'm like, okay, let's just set up trash. We use the Takuya, which will get +2 KDP to go ahead and go Burning Gray. He's now big enough to swing over the Magna, so I say, okay, go ahead. And I do have a Crimson, which allows me to at least clear board. But unfortunately, Gravity Crush will give him 6, and now he's Davis and Ken, so he goes to 10. So I'm like, well, so much for my master plan.
But the thing with Davis Ken, he just can hybrid. He also could have just, like, if he had an armor purchase like that. There is a world where you actually might still be okay there if he doesn't see, like, because he doesn't run, armor, what the fuck is it called?
The white card?
Yeah.
The texture, armor texture or something?
Yeah, armor texture, yeah. He doesn't run that, right? I mean,
right. So if, like, the Lydra lived, then it's like, okay.
Then there's nothing he can
unless he can, like, Awakening into another Magna and then does that. Which with 10 memory, I mean, he could dig and, he could be fine.
Yeah. Which, I mean, well, Awakening, too, I think you can just go over any armor form, no?
Correct.
You can go into a card with Magnamon and name over a Digimon with Magna form in its traits. Something like that.
We do move into game 2. I go into a Flamon and an Aguni. And Jose, pedal to the metal, has a Jamming V and a Davis set up right away, which is always good for him. We swing with the Aguni, which will allow me to play a Takuya off of the Flamon Inheritable. I play the Pitch 1, Draw 2 Flamon, suspended off of Aguni's effect. And I go ahead and play another Takuya. He goes to his 3. Does swing Jamming, hits another hybrid, which was sort of the story of my night. Swings Magna over the Flame, and then goes into Magna X. I'm like, no, not again. Not this early. But
because you're dealing with deletion and not bounce, like you can't.
I can't do much. I search Flame, and Flame decides to say, "You're not playing tonight."
Oh, that was rough reveals.
Play out another one.
against so many other boards, this red hybrid, like this board is terrifying that you have. You have 2 memory center Takuyas, so you can go for like you basically have 4 swings next turn. Like you almost have game next turn.
And I have all the hybrids in hand to do so.
Against any other deck, you basically have game next turn. But because it's Magna, just what do you do?
And the fact that he was able to get it out so early was just rough. And I'm like, swing. I'm like, wait, infinite redirect, fine. Oops. Whatever. I mean, at this point, I was sort of... You had that, like, sinking feeling that, where you're like, I can't do anything. I know I'm probably going to lose.
You get that gut.
You get that gut feeling of, like, this ain't going well. I draw into the Takuya that lets me do the Emperor Gray play, so I'm like, that might be my best bet. So I figured, let me just search and dig with the Burning Gray and Aguni effect.
You are 11 right now.
I am 11 right now. So I'm like, is it worth it just to trade? And I'm asking, like, I'm just trying to clarify, making sure that I'm not cheating him out of, like, a DP play here. So I say, okay, like, what do I do? Like, I think I asked Jarrell, like, does that carry over? He confirmed it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just trade. We'll swing into each other. Just to get rid of it. I was like, that's probably my best hope, is to just try to get rid of that guy and hope he doesn't see it again.
Because this lets you get shipped now. Now you can swing with your flames. Yeah, you should have drawn a card there from the Koro.
Yeah, which I did miss, and I'm lacking for draw power, which would have been helpful. But the flame lives. He swings Lydra, and then it dies, which I'm like, that's not great. He hybrids, swings, and then he will hybrid again, and just swings for game.
2 hybrids? That's crazy.
Yeah. Which was... I mean, again, this is Armours. And a good pilot, obviously, but still really fast. Getting Magna X on board as quickly as Jose did is a very big death sentence for, like, low-to-the-ground decks like Red Hybrid and, like, Cross and whatnot.
Jose sees the lines. Like, Jose definitely sees the lines of play that he, like, needs to see with the deck, and he plays it out perfectly, I think.
Yeah. And he also is very good at, if he is not seeing the line, he's very good at playing in a way so that he gives himself time to find his line, which I think is what separates, like, good players from, like, sort of the next level, is that he's able to find ways where if he's not in a good way, he can find ways to keep himself alive until he gets to what he needs to see, which,
agreed.
Kudos to him. Shout out to him. Yeah, it worked. Definitely clapped me, which I will take this back to the drawing board again and see what we can do. Like I said in the other Red Hybrid video, feel free to let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other plays you would have done. I know we've got a few Red Hybrid players in our community, so if you're watching this video, let me know. It's definitely a deck that I want to get better at. Obviously, like, luck aside, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any other subtle plays, so definitely let me know. Go ahead.
The more I think about your matchups, I think also the more I'm realizing, I think you also had really bad matchups too. Because I feel like Mirage and Armours are both really rough matchups for Hybrid.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that. Like, Armor with Magna X is just rough.
Mirage gets around your deletion, and they bounce everything, so you don't get your Tamer recursion or your Flamemon recursion like you'd like to. And then Armours, you can't delete them properly because they just purge.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, either way, I think, on that note, I played Mirage, I played Armours, I played you, and then I played Machine, which is also kind of a rough matchup because it's just constantly redirecting my stuff.
Yeah, again, that's kind of the same situation, right? Where it's like you can't delete their stuff. Like, their board just is too sticky for Hybrid to get through if they get set up fast enough. Yeah. Like, you basically just on, like, an extreme timer. Me, I was playing Imperial, so you clapped the fuck out of me, though.
No.
What do you mean, no? I went 0-3,
we went to game 3. We went to game 3.
I was in tears.
But enough of our rambling. As I've always said before, we really can't thank you guys enough for the support. The channel's really growing, and we have nobody to thank but you guys. So really, really do appreciate it. Like I said earlier, check out our socials, which will be in the link tree down below. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys want to see. Thank you always for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.